Hi boys and girls, so this is an explanation of the Blues Song Project, which is going to be taking about 2 lessons to complete. The first lesson you're going to go up to where I'm talking about just the lyrics, and then next time you're going to continue on. So I'm going to explain the whole project in this video. Stop it and pause it as you need. First, what you're going to do is you need to figure out what makes you blue. It can be anything. So I created my own as an example, and I picked a rainy day. So rainy days make me blue. And once you have your topic and you write that down, you're going to then think about explaining why that makes you blue. The form of the lyrics in a 12-bar blues are A, A, B. The first sentence, the first statement that you're making is then going to be repeated exactly in the second sentence. Then the third one needs to be different, still needs to be about the same length, and it should rhyme. And it should also relate to the first two. So if you're talking about the sky being gray on a rainy day, then you're not going to say in your third sentence, I like apples, because it really doesn't explain anything about why you're upset that the sky is gray. I created 2 verses, or a verse and a chorus, depending on how I end up creating my final song. And so use this as an example. Do not copy what I wrote. Use it as an example for what to do. So my first verse or chorus is, looking out my window, feeling so blue. And I repeat that. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. Third phrase. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. So I explained why I'm feeling so blue looking at my window. And I rhymed with blue. My second one. I got the rainy, rainy day blues. I got the rainy, rainy day blues. Can't go outside. I stare at my shoes. So it sounds a little silly, and you don't have to be grammatically correct in the blues. You can say 'cause instead of because. You can say lookin' instead of looking. So I'll read it to you one more time without stopping in between so you can hear how it flows. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. I got the rainy, rainy day blues. I got the rainy, rainy day blues. Can't go outside. I stare at my shoes. So you only have to write one verse. So 3 phrases, A, A, B. And then if you are ambitious enough and you want to write a chorus or a second verse, feel free to do so. Then the next thing that you're going to do after we've got the words and the lyrics to your song is practice speaking it a few times. So if I'm going to just take my first verse, I'm going to speak it a few times, just speak it straight, and then you can add some emotion to it. So the first time I speak it, I'll say, looking out my window, feeling so blue. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. Then after I felt more comfortable with that, I'll add a little emotion, and I'll try to swing it or make it sound as if I'm about to sing it. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. So you can put a little emotion in it, do it a few times. Once you feel comfortable with it, the next step is to then sing it a little. If you're a little uncomfortable, do it where someone won't hear you. But if I want to just make up my own little bluesy song, and it doesn't have to be perfect, the blues comes from your heart. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. So put a little emotion into it. Make it sound like the blues. And try experimenting with different kinds of bluesy melodies. It's whatever sounds right to you. And then the last thing with the lyrics that we're going to do right now is I have posted on Google Classroom under materials an instrumental called 12-Bar Blues Jam. And it goes through a standard 12-bar blues, 4 beats per measure, twice. I'm going to play the 12-bar blues progression, and it's going to play twice. So the first time I'm going to count the measures, and they're 4 beats per measure, and then the second time through I'm going to just hold up my finger for each chord change. So just listen for that. So it'll be the 1 chord C, 4 chord F, and 5 chord G. This is the first measure. 11, 12. Now here come the chords. 1 chord, 4, 5. So now you can hear how the chords are changing in there. And listen to it a couple times so you get familiar with it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to then speak the words or sing, make up a little melody with your words. So you can either speak the words or you can sing the words. I'm going to try doing both ways. Now I'm going to improvise a melody. I didn't write one down. So the first time I'm going to just speak my words. And the second time I'm going to try to sing it. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. Looking out my window, feeling so blue. 'Cause it's raining, I don't know what to do. So you see how long that takes. You take your time with it. You want each phrase to last for 4 measures. And you hear how long each phrase is. So you're going to want to take your time saying or singing the words because you don't want to rush it. I made my own little introduction or interlude. I took a break in between the middle of the sentence. So experiment with different ways, whatever feels right. Just don't rush into the next phrase and then you're sitting there with 8 measures of music and nothing to do. Okay, so listen to it a few times and then just practice a bunch of times, either speaking it, singing it, both. So the first thing you want to do before you write your melody is write out a rhythm. In your assignment, it has boxes for each measure, 12 measures. The first 4, then there's the second 4 and the third 4. What you're going to do is write in each of those boxes a 4-beat measure. You can include rest, but they shouldn't all have rests in it or it's not a melody. So make it, you can use tas, titis, taas, whatever equals 4 beats. But again, if you're going to use a whole note, it should probably be the last measure. I might use ta, ti, ti, ta, for my first one. I write that in the first box, maybe ti, 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 ta in the second one, and so on. So make 4-beat measures in each of the 12 boxes. So after you've written your rhythm, then what you're going to want to do is then you're going to write letters of the notes above that rhythm. So if I did in the first box, if I did ta, ti, ti, ta, ah, each separate note has to have a letter. So maybe I'm doing C, C, E flat, G, natural. Maybe that's what I want. And I'm going to write those above the rhythm. That's what mine looks like. So I wrote my rhythm in the box. This is box 1, and then I put the letter names above it. Then I'm going to go into that virtual keyboard. And I'm going to check it after I have my whole melody. I'm going to check it and I'm going to play it. And if I like it, I'm going to keep it. If I don't like it, I'm going to change it to something I do like. So that's what you will do next. So you're going to make sure that you write that melody in. And once you have all of it, make sure that you end your song, whatever you do, end it on C. So once you have something that you like, a melody that you like, then what you're going to do is fill in the Roman numeral chords and their letter names underneath. So under the first box, you're going to write a Roman numeral 1. That's that capital I. Second box, and you're going to write a capital C for the C chord. And you're going to do that for the first 4 boxes. The second 4 boxes, number 5, 6, 7, and 8, you're going to put a Roman numeral 4, which is the capital I, capital V. And you're going to write an F under the first 2. Then the second 2, you're going to put the Roman numeral 1 with the C chord. And then the third line, boxes numbers 9 through 12, you're going to put in the first box, number 9, you're going to put 5 Roman numeral, which is that capital V, and the G chord. Then the next box, number 10, you're going to put in a 4 Roman numeral, IV, with an F underneath, F chord. And then the last 2 boxes, you're going to put in the Roman numeral 1 with the C chord. So you're going to label all the chords. And then you've got your blues song. Now, as a bonus, since we didn't put the words with the melodies, you can try to fit the words to your melody. So you're going to then want to make sure that the rhythm matches the way that the words go in your song lyrics. And then you can sing or play your completed melody. So you can sing it with the words, or you can play it if you know how to play the piano, or if you have an instrument that plays individual notes, like a xylophone or a glockenspiel, you can play it on that. All right, so if you have any questions about this project, feel free to comment, message me, and I will try to clarify anything I can. All right, I look forward to looking at your completed projects when this is all done.